We're back. I don't know what happened to my phone. Are we here? Hi, Shawa. Please send me a request so that I can. Hi, Shawa. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to my phone. It just went off.
Oh,
Were you able to
um,
save the video? Do you know if any of them was able to save the video?
the video just ended. It just said live video has ended.
Wow. That's serious. I hope they come online. But welcome. So good to have
Thank
you.
you.
How was
So sorry I came late.
so good to have you. So I want to ask, we've been
Thank
talking
you.
about
Okay.
balancing personal life, work, family, and the other video which we've lost now. Oh God, so painful because we had such rich conversations about
I enjoyed
family,
what I was listening to,
right?
honestly.
So for you as a single person, I'm also single. We are both single. The other women are married. We are not married yet. So how do you
Yes.
pick out a support system? What do you look out for to say, oh, this person, I think this person, I can talk to this person when I'm feeling down. I can talk to this person when I feel sad or when I'm going through a hard time. What are those characters you see in an individual to say this person can be my support system or can be in my personal space?
Okay, so for me, previously, my siblings have always been my support system.
Okay.
My sisters more especially. And then we talk and all of
Your
that.
older or
But
younger sister?
both older and younger.
Okay.
Everybody, they are good. Okay, if I'm having issues in this particular aspect, I know, okay, this person would know more about this. So I'll talk about this with this person. I'll talk about this with this person. So I kind of like shared it with everybody. But then I was talking to one of my older mommies in church, and she let me understand that my siblings won't be there for me all the time. So I have to like look for people that are in my circle, people that are around me to listen to seek advice from this person. So in doing that, I had to make sure that first of all, these persons have to be in the same faith. They have to believe in the same God that I believe in. So that was very important because who you take advice from matters a lot because the person will be giving you advice from what the person believes in. If the person doesn't believe in God, if the person is just a church goer or a Christian by mouth and not by actions or by lifestyle,
Or by
the
character?
person will be telling you, or by character, the person will be giving you the advice from that phase. Or if it's someone that knows God and wants to help you be who God wants you to be, the person can direct you, or the people will direct you in the path that they think is right for you. I have persons that I can just talk to and be like, please pray for me. I don't even understand how I'm feeling. I'm just angry today. I don't even know what's going on. And then they'll be like, it's just a feeling. You just have someone like that will say, Shower, because you're angry does not mean you should go and break bottles of somebody's head. Let's use your sense. Do you understand? I have a friend that she would literally be on call. We're not saying anything, but then I just feel her presence. And
Mm.
then she's like, Show, I'm here. Anything you need me for, just let me know. She just tell me, shadow ask me for accounts to send you money because there is
But if you
no
want to
money.
talk, I'm here. I can
But
pray
if you
for you.
want to
Silver
talk,
and gold, I have money.
exactly. Perfect example. You get, and then I also have friends that I can call and be like, guy, I need urgent cash. I'll give you back. And then they won't even ask me, what do you need for?
Mm.
And then you just send me the money, because we have been able to build trust, which is another requirement. So me asking them for the money and know that, okay, this person is going to give me back, and I always make it a point of contact to pay back even before the expected date, because it fosters, good friendship and all of that. I have friends I laugh with. It's Life is not always so serious. Even if I don't really go out like that as much as I want to. I have people that we can be in the house, we can be streaming the Netflix
So
together and all
I'm
the
not the only couch potato here. We're lots.
oh no, you're not the only one. We can eat our noodles with spicy suya and all of that inside our room. We don't have to be outside to be having fun. We're watching movies, we're laughing at the funny things, being on mushy Korean movies.
I get that.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, that's what I do to build support system for myself. And above all this, I try to, be comfortable with myself, be comfortable with my person, because sometimes it's not everything that I need outsiders to do for me. So to say, there are some things that I need to be able to do for my own self. Maybe it's just I need quietness. I need to think to myself. I need to write some things down, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. More so, especially I'm if I'm just sensing that, okay, I'm having like a foul mood lately. I'm doing some things, or I'm talking to people and I'm like, Shower, you're not being so nice. So what's going on? Those times, outsiders might help, but ultimately you need to sit down with yourself, because you'll be surprised to know that your brain stores all these informations,
Yeah,
every
it
information.
does.
It's just when you take the time to start checking parts of your brains where this memory is stored, and then you'll be surprised at so much things that you have there. Just, I have a book like that. I just write and everything that I think at that moment that I'm feeling. I write it down, then I go over. I have a table. I'll drop them into, okay, so this is the course. What do I want to do? So I've come to learn. One of the things I've come to learn is that even if I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling sad, and all those things, I should be able to work on my feelings, not to project it. Or even if I'm projecting it, I project it in a reasonable way, because whoever I'm talking to is not in my brain. The person doesn't know what
It doesn't know your
the extent
feelings, so
of
you
my
have to
thoughts.
express it for them to
I have to
understand.
express it in a sane manner, because if you're shouting all over the place, the person can even get angry that, what did I do that you're shouting at me? But in your mind, you've already imagined that, is this person not meant to know that I'm angry? Like, you're seeing me, are you not meant to know? Is this person? So, I've also come to learn that people don't know if you don't tell them. Some
Yeah.
persons might know, but most often times, people don't know. So these are things that I'm still learning on, to work on myself. At first I use myself as my support system, and then I extend to other persons
So
around,
you find
because no
inner
man is an
strength.
island. Thank you. I find inner strength in myself, and then I move to people around me in my circle.
Okay. So from what you've said, I'm learning now that when we're looking for support system, we need to look for we don't need to be desperate, because I feel that times
No.
when people are desperate for help, if people are desperate for someone to talk to, they end up talking to the wrong person, and they end up getting the wrong
Yes.
advice or the wrong solution or wrong approach to the problem. So one great way of making sure that you have the right connections with you is people who have same principles, who believe in principle. You're Christian, so someone who's a Christian, someone who believes in godly values. And the thing is, sometimes people are made for different seasons. So this person gave you a fantastic solution, fantastic, encouragement, word of encouragement in this particular time. It doesn't mean that when you go and meet that person again for another season, downtime season of your life, that person is going to give you a fantastic idea. Sometimes it will be God telling you, okay, so this person's season in your life is over. You need to meet someone else. That has personally happened to me so many times. I found that people who used to give me counsel when I was a teenager, while I was growing up in my young adultiness, you know, those people, I find it difficult to go and tell them some certain things because I feel like they don't really understand. They're not really feeling me. And then I'm meeting new
They
people.
might not be coming from the same place you're coming from.
Exactly, especially when they've seen you finish. They'll be like,
Yeah,
it's like, how can you be feeling like this? How can you be thinking? So there
exactly.
are
They
seasons
won't
for
understand your feelings. They'll
to
be like,
really
since
understand.
I've known you from a certain age, I'm meant to go this way, I'm meant to do this kind of thing.
Exactly.
But then they don't understand the human flesh.
Exactly. So for those people who are just joining us online, we had a video before, but I don't know what happened to my phone and my network. Everything just died. So I'll just touch on some of the points again with Shewa so that we can have a wholesome video. All right. So Shewa, we're talking about balancing work, family, and career. So I'm going to ask you, how do you balance it all? I know you're not married and you don't have anybody calling you mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, mommy now. Mommy, I want to
Of
eat, mommy.
course, I'm using my stress.
Yeah, so how are you able
Okay.
to, because sometimes single people are also busy now. Single lives matter.
Ah,
We're also busy. It's not the married people that are busy. So how do you
to be
manage?
honest, to be honest, I wouldn't say I'm balancing it so well because I'm still learning how to, do this social media thing. And I'm not sure if it was Mrs. Sophia or Mrs. Fumi that mentioned it earlier, that she will stay online for 2 hours and her
Oh
2 hours is
yes.
2 hours, or 3 hours is 3 hours. You see, for me, it's a lie. Oh. That thing does not work for me. Because she even mentioned the fact that you being the one to set the limits for yourself, you might want to
Take off
extend it.
the limit.
And I
I
just could
set the
not tell her at
rules, I
that point
break
in
the
time
rules.
that she was speaking directly to me because today I'll be like 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30, come back in 2 hours time. I'm still on IG.
And you can't even done what you
Going
went there to
through
do. Maybe you went to even post a picture.
post. I don't even, I don't know. I've not posted a picture yet. I go there to like check my saved videos. Probably I received the notification. I also check out the person, but the notification I'm checking out is not what is appearing. It's something else. And what is there is enticing, and I'm like, okay, let me just quickly check another one. And going 2 hours, 3 hours. So for me, what I learned is that if I really need to get things done, I switch off my phone. If it's something that is not, I don't need the internet, or I don't need my phone to do it. More so, especially in my exams period, if I'm reading, because temptation is very serious. And I want to say I want to check a definition online and things like that. That led me to buying a take a dictionary related to my course
Okay.
so that I would use that dictionary and be checking all my grammar and every issue I'm having there. Do you understand? So I just switch off my phone. Once I'm done reading, I actually do like a reward session for myself. So if I'm able to read about 3, 4 hours and then I can understand everything that I have read, like go ahead to reward myself with, let me say, 30 minutes. So even if I extend my IG or my YouTube time, I still feel like I have accomplished to a certain extent what I have planned to do. And then personal business or trying to, because taking online classes on how to help myself, I use Do Not Disturb. There's a work setting I use
Yeah.
there. So that work setting prevents other apps from
From giving
from sending
notification.
me notifications and all of that. So, and there's a way it just limits my usage to the particular apps that are related. So it's a presetting. You set, okay, that when you're in work mode, when you're in relaxation mode, these are the apps that you'll be able to access. So accessing those apps, so my brain is already telling me that if I want to go and play game, I want to go and, quit Netflix, it's already telling me, remember what you are set
Exactly.
to do. It has to take determination. There are parts of my room that if I have something very big coming up, I'll be plastering it all over the wall, the kitchen door, the bathroom, my cupboard, and I'm like, just to be looking at it, to be reminding myself not to lose focus for that particular season. But it's very simple. If it's in your brain, you might just push it to the back of your brain, right? So I write myself notes from my sticky notepad, and then I place it on my door so that as I'm going out, and then I make them in huge letters so that it's not something that
You
might
cannot
just
say I
want
didn't
to.
see you. The letter
Eh,
cannot
eh,
say like you
eh,
didn't see me. I'm here. I'm
mm,
here.
exactly. I
Not
recommend
say
like
you
three,
didn't
four sticky
see
notes
me.
to write out what I want to write. I use markers to write all those things. Markers, and then I place it so as I'm passing, I'm looking at it, write it in red, write it in black, big like that. And also recently like 2 weeks ago, I tried to, list out the things I want to do for the day before. And then so far so good, it has been working, it
Hmm.
has been helping me. So I list out the things I want to do, and then I put a timeline. What someone taught me, I put a timeline to everything I want to do. And then if I do it right,
You
I
reward
would
yourself.
congratulate myself, show what you have done well, all those kind of things. I might even use biscuits to say yes, I want to use them to celebrate myself.
Oh my god. For me,
You
I
know,
usually
I
buy
might,
something that I take myself out and buy this very big fish.
oh,
I
the
sit and eat
barbecue fish.
everything. I usually do that. And one of my bad
No,
habits is when it comes to
I usually do that to celebrate myself after exam period, because that exam period, oh my God, I would have
it's a lot.
worked myself to my bone, and I'm like, oh no. Once I like the day I finish my exams, I would normally do like a praise session. Once I'm done like that, I would time it that once I'm done like that, the delivery guy, the person that is bringing my delivery, is coming in.
Oh my
Netflix,
god.
here I come. Oh, I sometimes I will do like overnight. I'm watching movies just to, and then I'm
I
eating
watch
left
them.
and right. Oh,
I
I
get
I
you.
just love the spirit.
So one of the things that always affects productivity for me too is like I don't know how to sleep early. I don't know if that's some sort of habit I've built over the years. I have tried, except I'm sick. The reason that can make me sleep at night before 9 p.m. is if I am ill. And most times
Wow.
that hardly happens. So what I did is I try to limit the amount, or so I limit calls. So once I set my phone to turn off by 11, so it stops taking calls, stops giving me any notification. If you call me from 10, it has already started counting down. So from 10, if you call me, I won't see anything. But WhatsApp can still get on. And that has helped me too is that I turn off my receipts. I don't know if that's a productivity hack, but it has worked for me because
One,
I turn off my receipts on WhatsApp. I know people here are going to,
oh,
people are going to judge me. Yeah, your own. It's
mine
working
has
for
been turned
me.
off now for
I turn it
years.
off mine.
I don't even see those things
See,
again, to be honest.
you people see, my own has been turned off for 2 years. I was years, so you see, I'm learning at her feet. So let me
And
tell
then
you why
people
I
tell
turned it
me
off.
that I'm never online and things like that. I'm like, I'm
I'm
online
not
on the
lying.
schedule. You just don't know.
So let me tell you why I did that. I did that because there was a time I was working with this particular boss who always wanted you to reply her in real time. I'm like, no,
Okay.
it's not realistic. I can't reply you at real time.
Because it is in
And
the middle of the night. Are you supposed to wake up from your sleep
you
to
get,
reply her?
and sometimes what she's asking for is not something you've done immediately, something that needs time. Imagine she has seen your blue tick.
Mhm.
Imagine she has seen your blue tick and then you haven't replied. That it's going to look like you're being rude. You've read my message. You know that tension of there's blue tick. You've read that means you've read the message and you're all like, what are you doing? So I just say, I'm offing this thing for life. I'll not turn it off again until I get. I'm not as helpful. So
So by the
before
time
I
you
give any
reply her,
reply,
you can be like that when I'm seeing it.
so before I give any reply, I have read through, I have listened through, I have thought about a constructive reply to get, because the pressure of this person has known I've read the message is no longer there. So I'm not
Yes.
hasty to
Yes.
let me reply you. You're not gonna type nonsense. I don't know if that is a thing, but it's a productivity hack that has
It
worked
is
for me.
it's a productivity hack.
That has worked for
Honestly,
me.
it is.
And then
It
I even did it
is.
again.
I can say,
Then I even did it again that you can turn off the online status. You can turn off the online status off. So you're
oh,
online, they can't even judge
you
me.
like you're just listing out the things I do on WhatsApp, honestly.
So I don't even want to know what's been my status. I don't care
I
if you
don't
do
even
it.
care. I don't care.
It's no
I
problem. So
really don't okay. I'm not blocking anybody from viewing my status.
One time I
You
even tried to
as
turn
you
it on.
wish.
One time I tried to turn it on, but I was not feeling awkward. Why is this awkward? Well, I'm turning it back, Jerry. And that's why I turned it
Oh
off.
no.
So, hi
It's not all.
followers. If that works for you, please go ahead and turn it off.
Whatever works for you, whatever rocks your boat,
Whatever
honestly.
works for you. Whatever works. So one last thing I would like us to talk about before we go off is the issue of marriage in school. When I was in school, I had a lot of friends who got married in their final year. And in my head, I used to think, you are married. And some of them got married, even got pregnant in that final. I'm like, how do you want to cope? When they come to class, they're always tired. They help me, give me notes. And it worked for them more. If I admit, I was not asking myself, now, just see your life. Maybe if they're married that time. Now you're single. Now you're single. Now you're single. But so I want to ask you, do you have friends who have gotten married in final year, or do you have someone who's planning, in case you're not in final year, do you have someone who's planning to get married in final year? Would you advise?
Well, I'm currently in my final year, and I have not one, not two classmates that are married
How are they
also, and then
coping?
the funny thing was, in our previous year, we all went for IT, right? So us resuming this final year, and then everyone is resuming pregnant. So
Except Shewa. Everybody resumes pregnant except Shewa.
yeah, I'm not married, so why would I?
Exactly.
So I'm like, and then I have some of them are my friends, right? So I'm like, and then I've been to some of their houses, I know how these people are, and I'm like, how you doing it? One lady, she told me that as she walks around her baby's time, when the baby is sleeping, she's doing things. If the baby is awake or the baby is not disturbing her, she reads, she does this, she
Reads.
does that. I honestly don't know how they do it. I will not even lie. I will not even say I understand how they do it, because even me that I'm a single person, I'm not even in a serious relationship, and then I I am my heart is going ding ding anytime they are saying exam. There's a way I will read too, and I'm like, Shiva, you're not even prepared for this exam. What are you doing with your time? Still, you're wasting your time. And then I'm putting pressure on myself. And these people, they have basically, some of them already have given birth, and then they already have a child that they are taking care of, and they are self, and then they are doing it, and they are doing it so well. And I'm like, how are you doing it? I should just say, do this, walk around baby schedule. If you're tired, take your rest, this and that. Also having her parents around, the mothers to help out and all of that. That works too. And I'm like, please, they deserve
They
awards, to be
do.
honest, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's
They
not
do.
easy. They deserve
I
awards.
think when
Oh.
that's when we are faced with situations such as that, there's usually this unusual strength that comes on you. To be able, it's just like you're in
And
a
then we
house.
give us the ability.
Yes, it's just like somebody's locked up in a house, and then there is a water incident. I don't want to say fire. There's a water incident where it's flood just coming. I don't know. You just find a way, to even if the person ends up
Yeah, to
drowning
maneuver
in the
yourself.
water, you would have tried all your best to ensure that you hold a window or you hold something. There's usually this undying capacity. She's saying it's not easy. Yes, it's not. There's no easy capacity to fight and say that
Inner
must make it. I
strength,
think that's what
inner
it is.
power, like
I
a
think that's what
superpower
it is. Because when you
that
remember
comes in.
F9, you remember carrying over the zeal, the, the
There are
energy.
even days that I would be like, I'll be on my bed relaxing when I have an exam, and then one spirit of, so that's how you will not have anything to write this exam will just come upon me, and then immediately I pick up my book. I say it's a lie. I cannot go into the exam hall empty headed or something like that. And then I'm reading, even if I'm tired, I'll say, okay, as I'm staring at the book, I just pray that my brain is clicking something, and I'm like, how would you do? It's basically having another human being, you taking care of another human being, and then babies can even be more demanding
More
because if
demanding.
it's
Let's not even
a
forget.
child.
Let's not even forget the psychological stress that comes with pregnancy and afterwards. It's a lot.
Oh, it's
Because
not
in the
easy.
first video,
It's not easy.
Sophia was telling us her experience with her pregnancy with the children, and it was something else. I was just shaking my head like this. Hell, how we go do when she's a actor? It is a lot.
No,
So
when you get to the bridge, you will cross it.
God help us. So now the last
God,
part, the very last part before we go off. People who have
no
business.
problem.
So I know of a student who does business and in school she sells hair and all of those good stuff. And then she's doing in my school days. I know about business. Be what? You go to class, you read your book, you go to fellowship, you come back to the hostel. I wasn't thinking anything, nothing business. I wasn't even pressured. There are people in my time too who were doing so. We had people who were makeup artists, we had people who used to make hair inside the hostel. We have people who used to fix nails. We have people who used to sell things, sell clothes, sell makeup. I mean, it was a lot. And he kept asking, it didn't make sense to me. Then it was not really trendy. Those days, or in my school days, people who sold things or did business in school were people who their parents could not afford to take care
Yeah,
of them. Or even if their parents could afford to take care of their school fees, they wanted extra money, like things like pocket money. And
like
sometimes their parents will just give you, shall we have given you school fees, rent
the
it.
necessity that you
You and
need.
Jesus will
Yes,
sort it out. So there are people like those, but now we see even people who their parents can take care of them, they still want to have businesses, they still want to do things. Oh, I'm
yes.
on
They
Instagram,
want
follow me,
to
da 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 da. How do you people cope? All of
exactly.
you. How
Yes, so I'm one of them
ah
actually. I'm one of
okay.
them.
So
Probably,
how do
yes.
you how do you cope? Because you guys are
Okay, so
doing you're
I
doing a
think
lot.
it depends on the kind of
Mm,
business, so
mm,
to say. So someone like me, I would really say it's a business per se, because I do things like, writing assignments for people,
okay.
things related to the studies. And then, okay, if I come home, since in my spare time or whatever, I have things that I sell to my hostel mates. Do you get? So it's not like active
Oh,
sales and things like that. Do you understand? So it's like once in a while, or maybe let's say I just need urgent cash and then I don't want to call my people at home. So I look, if it's an assignment period or probably test, you have some of my customers that are loaded and then they'll be like, Shewa, do this for me. And I'm like, no problem, because I know that at the end of this thing, money's coming out.
mm-hmm.
So gladly I would, help you out. And then in my hostel, I sell things. So what I try to do for myself is because I um I make sure that everything I'm doing in school is based on my academics. So even if
Okay.
I'm helping, let me say someone in my
Still a real way to
hostel,
do
for
it.
instance, to do assignments, yes, it has to be with something that I know. If I'm doing my own assignments, I could do for you entirely different material, I source for yours. And then at the same time, it gives me like a brighter knowledge of the course that I'm studying,
Mm.
things like that to help. There was a time I was, doing summaries for my lecture notes. I used to record all the classes. So I'll listen again to the teacher when I get home. And then I'll record for my notes, make out like a summary. I'd give it to some of my classmates and then they pay for it. Do you understand? So things like that, where are ways that I get extra incomes. But then I have friends who sell in school actively Monday through Friday. Even in class, oh no, we're her first patronizers. As soon as class is over like this, oh yeah, I'll come and buy what we're selling, and then we have everybody patronizing her, even to the extent that some of our lecturers said they even know her for her business. And it's like, to the extent that our lecturer started teasing her one time that if she comes late to class, you'd be like, madam, you have gone to sell. Hope you sold there. She'd not be like, yes, and all of that stuff. And just to keep things moving, because you don't want to put so much pressure on your parents at home, or you just feel like doing something, you just don't
Yeah.
want to be idle handed.
Independent.
Like me, Exactly. And then we have some persons. I have someone in my hostel, she sells hair, shoes, bags, all these things, the trendy. So if you're looking for the more expensive click, you have like school is basically where you have everything you can need in this life.
Exactly. You
You're
feel
looking
your
for
customer
hairdresser.
base. In fact, I was speaking. That's one of the things I regret not doing in school. Like, I will do business now. I was for make money.
Like it's a great place for you have wide
Connect.
customer range,
Yes.
so many students. And if your products are nice, if your things are nice, you would have students who would want to patronize you in
Yes.
large. So to an extent, you might not even have to go so big on advertising. Even if you want to advertise, you might want to use like the school's TV,
Mm-hmm.
maybe your department's group chats. You just post one or two, and you will find people are patronizing your business. We have students paying their school fees, paying house rent on this business of a thing, and then they are living large. They are living just, there are even some of my classmates that it was this final year I got to know that they were the ones like sponsoring themselves to
Wow.
school, and then you'll be like, they don't even look it. What are they doing? One sells phones and all these things to fellow students. And I'm like, who are the people that are buying this thing? How are they getting this money? But oh well, you're making your money, right?
Wow.
So I
That's
just
so
try
incredible.
to make sure that in all I do as myself, it doesn't interfere with, my classes. Rather, it helps me enhance. And then I have my friend now that sells. Once she has people that will call her, I might be the one to call her. Once it's time for, lectures, baby girl, where are you? Okay, I'm coming. She's already there. She receives lectures, understands. Once she's done, she would make sure we patronize first. Business. Your home is
That's
where
good.
the business
Really
booms
good.
from.
Really
So after patronizing, if she has leftovers, she would, then go outside before going home and things like that. So basically, I would say that's how we students, do that. But it's nice to have
good.
a business
I really,
because
that's one of the things I regret.
sometimes
If anybody's gonna ask me, what did you regret not doing it while you were in uni? I'll say not starting a business or not having a business, because I had so many things I was interested in, but I just felt business. Why do I need the extra money? When I felt like able to, I'll be able to concentrate, because
there
I
are
had
so
friends who were
many
selling
things
clothes. They would
that you
travel to
can
Aba.
use the extra cash for.
Are you there? Hi, Shewa. Oh, Shewa's network has gone out again. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, follow, comment. If you want to join Wondiva Global Community as well, you can please send us a DM. I will be sure to hook you up. This has been a very productive, very interesting conversation, and we would like you to join us again next week, Saturday. The flyers and the time will be posted, but definitely we'll be having another exciting and insightful session next week, Saturday. Thank you, everyone. Bye. How did it again? Bye, everyone.